There is a shift happening for you, my beloved. You know, I've been hearing my beloved a lot lately. Outside of the message that I'm going to tell you guys today, there's someone dreaming of you, thinking about you, and they hold you in high regard. But outside of them, because this is not part of my message, they are think of texting you and writing a letter for you. This is the thing about channeling, okay? The messages just come randomly. They're thinking about writing you a letter. They're thinking about messaging you. They're thinking about sharing their feelings with you. Possibly that they haven't shared with you in a long time. They're claiming you. They're saying everybody else can't have you. You are theirs. And they'll burn down a lot of forts just to say you're theirs. I heard they bought you in the spirit. Okay. So I don't know what that's about. But let's shift from that energy and let us talk about you. Because right now, there's a shift happening specifically for you. And this shift is about no longer pouring your best oil into empty, dusty jars that can't even hold it, that can't, your oil would leak over the jar. I'm hearing the word basin, leak over the basin. Many of you have carried others all your life. You carried your mom, you carried your dad, you carried your friend, you carried your cousins, and you were poisoning yourself. Like you were getting old, and, these people were learning how to burn their first candle. So, something about the way you were grown up, you may have been taught to move very honest and move forward, but it's like somewhere along the line, you became like, you stuck out like a thumb, or the odd one out, or something happened where you were sorry or a lot of people were sorry. And for some of you who agree with that, you look back and you say, how did I end up there? Or how did I end up where I was a couple of years ago? And you were holding down a lot of people. You were feeding them the vision. You were training them to light their own candle. You were praying for them when they couldn't even spell the word hope. And I'm being guided to tell you that it's character building season right now, at least for you. Proverbs 16:16 says, how much better to get to wisdom than gold. So it's better to get wisdom than gold, and to get insight more than silver. So if you've been wondering to yourself, wow, did I find a piece of gold or did I find a wrapper that just looks shiny on the outside? You're no longer using your wisdom on people who are going to waste your energy, who are nothings. That's what I heard. They're nothings. And you're also no longer giving your wisdom or wasting your knowledge to people who are going to give you dusty promises. You may watch that girl who's always saying, he's a dusty. Shakira, I can't remember her name, but forgive me. You're also not saying to yourself, oh, he has potential, so therefore I'll try. I'll try to turn him into who he is meant to be for me. I'm going to turn him into a teddy bear. I'm going to build him. And I'm going to make him want me to help him. It's almost like you're going to saying, let me help you. Let me help you. You have always offered the help, and now that season of your life has expired. You have been down the road of having a pointless relationship. You've been down the road of having a sneaky link phase. You've been down the road of being a little, out there in these streets. And now you are not going to take connections lightly. You're not going to keep entertaining old flames. You're not going to uh, battle with the person you live in your house with anymore. You're almost setting a reset button. And a lot of people are going to wonder if you're crazy, if you lost your mind, if you're unsure of yourself. And you're going to be like, no, I'm exactly who I've always been. I'm exactly who I've always been. There's no more flickering with you. You're not going to be wrestling with this twin flame idea anymore. You're not going to be going back and forth. You're not going to be saying you're important when you know they need more time to develop. Okay, there is a new person on the horizon if you've been waiting to hear that. Some of you have felt captive, some of you have felt abused, some of you have felt like you haven't been able to set yourself free. You haven't been able to feel your own ideas. And you feel like you should have been in your abundance a long time ago. And this isn't about you having charm. This isn't about a particular man or woman. This is about you saying, wow, I have been the finest piece of chocolate that's been underpriced. Okay. And it's almost like the spirit says, I need to put you at the front now. I need these people to see what they did to you. I need these people to see that they were the nightmare, they were the chaos. And you won't actually have to put much effort into letting this come about because your angels and those who are in the spirit realm are working on your behalf because they've seen what the people who were in your life didn't carry. They didn't carry a good amount of integrity. They were dusty jars, remember? And some of you can end up meeting a writer, someone who likes researching, someone who likes to study life, someone who is curious, somebody who came from a family with decent parents who carried oil too. And you're going to see like, wow, that's my match right there. Right? They have discipline. They know they know what it's like to lose respect and the cost that it means to have respect. This time I heard you're not going to waver. Okay? If we think about like um Ruth, right? She was in the fields and she didn't chase Boaz. She positioned herself. And she did so with strategy. Like, she knew her goals and she had a lot of self-respect. She didn't make it easy for Boaz. No time at all. And Boaz was also quite busy. So she knew her worth. And eventually God said, okay, here's what I need you to have. He wasn't a dusty, right? Boaz wasn't a dusty. He was established, respected, and secure enough to know who she was. Because if a man is insecure, he's not going to recognize a woman's goddess energy. And you got to also understand that in this season, your posture is going to change. Your posture's shifting. Your level of independence is climbing a ladder that hasn't been even taken out of the closet in your lifetime. And people are watching you go get this ladder, come back, and they're like, hold on, I was benefiting from you having to use a chair, fall down, and straddle your way up. I was benefit from you, having to put layers of books just to climb. Stool on top of stool, Play-Doh on top of Play-Doh, block on top of block. Now you have a ladder and you're going to stand tall. Now you got safety shoes on. Now you're going to change your whole attitude and your whole perspective. Now your boundaries are leaping into surety. Now you're going to walk with all that wisdom that you've gained. Now you're going to start shaking ground. And the circle that you have around you is going to be heavily influenced. Even strangers, hagadere bosolobokia. You might start a new job and you're going to shake this time. The floor is going to shake. You're going to influence people that is in your circle and your new circle and your circle to come and strangers. And people are not going to be used to this person who goes, initiates getting the ladder from the secret room. People wanted to track your whereabouts, track your tired cycles. Imagine that. They wanted to track your tired cycles, the cycles that you were tired of. But now you're moving too fast. That's how they look at it. You're moving too fast because before you were tired, that means you were moving slow. Okay? How did you come to know about the secret room? Because you wanted to free yourself. And your shift is going to also shift others. It's like it's going to be a collective shift because you're starting to shift, and your friend's going to shift, and the person beside you's going to shift. It's going to be like a sweet heavenly heat that, like, you know what I mean, starts to take over. Like you walk into a house and the aroma takes over. That's what your life is going to do soon. It's going to sweetly take over the house, take over the world, take over a atmosphere within your community. It's like the sun's gonna just light up your house, and then all the houses on the block are gonna say it's that one. It's that one that made me want to fix up my house, my garden, change my car. Your house, your temple, your mind in this season is going to make you be like the one who dreams, the one who writes their own script, the one who constantly changes the script. They're not going to be able to know what's going to happen next. And that mystical energy is not very, fantasy like. It's just you know how to already light the candle. Like candle magic is your thing. You already know the blueprints. You know how to put the certain ingredients around the candle to make it potent. You allow yourself to envision things that people don't even give 5 minutes to. You are starting to awakening another part of your life. And this is going to awaken others. You are proof that cycles can be broken. You are proof that peace can come in a home. You are proof that you can heal from past relationships. You're going to say, this is never going to happen to anybody else I know. So all the things that happen to you, you're like, I'm never going to let this happen. You're going to inspire humanity by laws that you created in your candle magic, by laws that you created when you wrote the script for the candle you're going to light for yourself. It's almost like you got your secret realm. You have your own realm, and you're going to be like, hey, I should go tell everybody else in the other realms. And this time they're going to hear you because there's people like you who also want to get out of their situations in other realms. And you're going to embody this energy. And if they don't take it, oh, well, you tried to awaken them. If they took it, they took it. So you're breaking ground in your family. You're breaking ground at that new job or the job already. You're breaking ground in the cycle of broken relationships. And I know you may say, oh, Heavenly Buttercups, you're just singing the same song everybody's singing, but like people are not going to hate you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you step into this, people are not going to hate you. They're actually going to like you, love you, admire you. They're going to say, wow, I haven't forgiven. So how can I step into candle magic if I haven't forgiven? I really haven't freed myself. So as you rewrite your journey, As you decide to yourself that this culture is not going to limit my imagination. Let me repeat that. This culture is not going to limit my imagination because I don't want to be in a space where I don't know how to think about the things that are happening. I don't want to be just another book on a shelf. You're now going to construct a world that pushes beyond struggles of love, pushes beyond carrying the weight of men and women who won't even pray for themselves. You are going to push beyond all the people who were absent and neglectful in your life. You're going to release the chains of culture versus what the divine wants for you, what you were taught. Because some of the things that you were taught were just bogus. My son asked me the other day, why do adults always tell children what to do? And I'm not going to kid you, I didn't know what to respond to him. Someone else responded because he had a right to say how he felt. So you're going to break up some of those things. Beyonce once said that the most alluring thing that a woman can have is confidence. And so you two are going to have confidence in this season. You two are going to embrace truth that maybe you've hidden in your bones because we got to accept all the people around us and we have to understand where they're coming from. And acceptance is key. I accept my fate, all that good stuff. Don't get it twisted. I've said this before, but you're now saying, I've accepted so much already. I don't want to deny that there's truth people need to hear. And for some people, acceptance is way beyond you now. Like you've catapulted way beyond acceptance. Acceptance was last season. 11 could be important to you. The number 11 could be important to you. 7 and the number 4 could be important to you. 47. Maybe at 47, you won't have to work anymore because of what you're doing now. Maybe your life is going to change because your mom or dad may pass away at 47 and you'll be here on earth alone. They may not get to 80. You're dreaming of a room full of like 1,000 cotton candies, a room of 1,000 cars, a room of 1,000 cows, a room of 1,000 lollipops. You're dreaming that far. When people said, you can't dream like that, that's just mist. That's bogus. You're hallucinating. You're not going to water down your brilliance because some people will paint that room full of 1,000 lollipops and make 3, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 off of that one painting. But because you tried to make someone else comfortable at one point in your life, you didn't draw it. So now you're in the season of, I'm not accepting making other people comfortable. You're now going to be more than just a cheerleader for others. You're now going to be more than just a cheerleader for your boyfriend or girlfriend. You're now going to say, let me cause some rumbling. You're going to put on your crown. You're going to be constantly shifting and evolving. You're going to transform all the places that are familiar to you. And you are going to say, let's look at this differently. I want to build a new place. I want to repair the old one, but I don't want to have anything to complain about when I repair it. So you try to break down certain things in your family and you're going to say, okay, let me bring some different type of energy into my family and let me see them fall apart. Let me see them fall apart. Because what I'm about to do is going to be rare. What I'm about to do is going to be reclaiming back my power. What I'm about to do is going to restore what was lost. What I'm about to do is going to let them have to leave the past behind, or they can't come with me, or they can't be a part of my life. And like I said, they're going to want to. People want to be a part of people's life who are stepping into new realms. They do. They may not openly say it. And it's because you're going to have this epic, like, boom, boom, boom. You're going to have this epic moment of concentration and just focus on your goals. You're going to have this, like, a place of destiny. Like, you're like, I'm going here. Like, this is where I'm going. This is my destiny. You know, when someone's so focused on getting somewhere, your destiny is going to be concrete to you. Nothing's going to stop it. You may have already wrote down the vision. You may are being in process of the vision that you have for yourself. You may are on the surge of building the business, already built the business. You're investing and building the foundation that you want your body to hold. If you start eating salad right now, maybe protein and salad, right? Let's call it meat and salad from now until you're, I don't know, 40. You don't know how much you might be extending your life because of that. And you never have any sugar, no cookies, no teas, no chips, no, coffee, no things like that. You're almost making sure that you sow the right cord and connection that others cannot build it, break it down, because you're building on it. You're strengthening it. So all they're going to be able to do is like get on top and bounce, and it's going to like push them off. It's like an elastic. You're going to build something that pushes them off. You're going to be like, don't even start. You're going to be like, don't even start. Don't try to come over here. You know, you're going to prophesy into your future and you're going to announce it so that everybody knows this is your newfound interest. You were called to go in this direction. This is your destiny. And if you want to roll with me, come roll with me. But if you don't, well, okay. Just know that I won't be paying attention. So in good time, I hope you'll join me. And like I said, you're going to feel good about this new walk, this new path. You know, when you go down a new path in a neighborhood, if those of you like to walk or ride your bike, doesn't it feel oddly strange, but awkwardly like adrenaline rushing, intriguing? And that's because you have hope that you will release some of the paths that you've been going on before. It's something about you that's saying, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to be daring. I am going to wrap my hands around this uh, pool of clay and I'm going to cultivate something. And at first, it might be a little scary, wary, but why can't I be capable of doing these things? Who said I wasn't capable of this? Who said that my spirit didn't embody this opportunity? Who said that I can't reach this height? So don't bring yourself down too low. Stand in who you are. Your inheritance is going to be good. You don't have to struggle with love. And once you stop saying, I have to carry all the pain into the next relationship, no, I don't have to. Once you start saying, I deserve better, I want better, I'm going to take the steps to be better, potential is not enough, my dress code is going to change, how I speak is going to change. I'm not going to say that I'm broke. I'm not going to say that I'm broken. I'm not going to say that he wasted my time. I'm going to start saying it was an experience. I'm going to start saying that I'm developing from the negative things that happened in my life. I'm going to start saying that I'm going to take another shot. I'm going to start saying that I'm focusing on what's important, my destiny, because I know where I stand and I know where my standards are. And I know how I'm going to hold that standard, even though it might get a little shaky sometimes. This throne that I'm going to sit on is going to be the world that I created, that I'm going to adjust to because I couldn't adjust to what everybody else was trying to map out for me. I recognize who I am. We out.